Hey, what's going on, everybody? Samuel Akem here, and I'm back with another one. It's a bittersweet video today. College football season is officially over. Both national champions have been crowned. Well, there's been a ton of national championship champions crowned, but the FCS and FBS seasons have concluded. We are talking about the FCS today. Montana versus South Dakota State. Unfortunately, my boys took a L on Sunday actually. Dumb time to have a game. We're not going to talk about it. Man, just a hard-fought game by South Dakota State. That is a damn good football team. I mean, everything that we said in the lead up to, they lived up to. Mark Gronowski, great quarterback. Isaiah Davis, great running back. That defense, a defense that gave up 15 points in the playoffs total. I think that worked out to be like 3 or 4 points a game, something like that. Really only one team scored a touchdown on them, which was Villanova. Montana only put up 3. Mercer didn't put up anything. Albany didn't put up anything. Just a historic defensive performance. Good for them. I'm very bummed out right now because my boys didn't get a dub. One thing that I want to speak to is the fact that when we watched this Montana versus South Dakota State team, I think one thing that stood out to me, and it's nothing against Montana, but it was clear to me that South Dakota State had been there before, which is clear to everybody who's watching this right now. Listen to me say this, but I think just the fact that, I talked about the championship pedigree after the North Dakota State game. That North Dakota State team fought. Montana fought back every single time and ended up winning that game. I think there were some things that happened during this game that could kill the morale of a team, when I think this is a team that has had high morale pretty much all season long. There were some things that happened that kind of killed the morale, and then there were some things I noticed, just fumbled snaps, fumbled handoffs, dropped passes late in the third, early in the fourth quarter, just a lot of sloppy football late in the game. I felt like Montana still had a chance to win this game pretty late into this game. Late in the third quarter, early in the fourth quarter, I felt like they still had a good chance to win, but it's like they couldn't get anything going offensively. The mistakes, the turnovers hurt us. There was like drives where we turned over the ball, we stopped them, they got 3. We got the ball, we didn't do anything, they got it, they scored, and then we got the ball back, turned it over, they scored. I think they got 3 right after that. They might have scored, but it just, man, there was just a lot of things that happened in this game where it's like, man, like the 2 turnovers in the first half, I thought we would capitalize off of that. We did not. And then, we come out in the second half and have a turnover on our own when we're having a good drive going. We're putting... Man, I just felt like there were some missed opportunities. I mean, I know there were some missed opportunities in this game, and I know the guys feel like that way too. It's just a tough way to go out. I do want to say this. I feel like looking at the landscape of FCS college football, I think if the Grizz are able to return everybody that's an underclassman, I think they have a good chance to be pretty competitive next year. And I think, given the sting of this loss, this championship loss, if they go into the offseason with the right mentality, Clifton will now get a full offseason to refine his skills and get his timing down with the receivers. I think there's some holes on this team that need to be answered going into the offseason, but I think if this team buckles down and has the right mindset going into it, they can really win a national championship. And man, it's crazy to see them make it to the national championship and come up short. And I'm just so angry watching these videos. I mean, nothing against South Dakota State. That was a great team. I mean, a historic team. I mean, great quarterback, great running back, best offensive line in college football, good receivers, a historic defense. I mean, this was just a really good FCS football team. Montana is a really good football team too, but obviously they met their match. And I think now that they've seen that South Dakota State team, now that they've seen what it takes to win a national championship, if they have the right mindset going into the offseason, I think it could be very fruitful for them, and I think they could have a very successful 2024 season. That depends on the guys in the locker room. That depends on the guys who are making the plays day in and day out. But, man, I'm going to get into this breakdown. It's going to be kind of a lengthy breakdown because we're going to pretty much watch all the plays in the first half, because I think in a game like this, every play matters. Every penalty matters. I mean, one thing that spoke to me, and man, I had so many thoughts while I was watching the film back. I watched this game back like so many times, and the margin for error, in professional sports, they always talk about how the margin for error is smaller, and I think that rang true in this South Dakota State Montana game. I mean, it's a championship game. Every play matters, every penalty matters, every inch matters. As we saw on that goal line stand, every single inch matters. And Montana came up short. Lost 23-3 to South Dakota State, who is now the back-to-back national champions. And good for them, man. Good for them. But I hope that Montana takes the right mindset going into the offseason. I hope that they are charged up, ready to go take on another season. I hope they are ready to dominate this next year, because I know they can if they have the right mindset. We are going to get straight into this breakdown. Sdsu versus Montana national championship game. Last Grizz breakdown of the season. Last college breakdown of the season. I got a lot of stuff coming in the offseason, but last full game breakdown. I might do some full. I don't know. This is the last breakdown for the Montana team that we've seen this season, and we'll see what happens in the offseason. If you're watching this right now, please hit the subscribe button. Please hit the like button. Leave me a comment. Tell me what you want to see this offseason coming up. I appreciate you guys for tapping into my channel, and let's get straight into it. Okay, guys, we got an all 22 cut up for you today. I didn't know if I was going to be able to use it. I had a TV copy cut up put together, and then right after I shot my introduction, I got the email getting the all 22 cut up. So we got the all 22 for you today. Like I said, same thing. We're going to be looking at a lot of these plays. I don't know if we'll do all the end zone views, but we're going to be looking at a lot of these plays, so stick with me. South Dakota State started off with a ball, and they had a pretty good drive, first drive. I think right away you could see the patience of Isaiah Davis, and but I think our defense did a pretty decent job. There were some big third down conversions that they made during this drive that helped them keep the drive alive. But overall, I think the Montana defense did fairly well. I think there was a physicality difference at some points in the game, but I think for the most part, the Montana defense had a strong game, if I'm being honest. First play of the game, run to Isaiah Davis. They don't get much. Second play of the game, here we go. Pre-snap motion and the quick screen. If you notice here, one thing that I think helps us get out leveraged here is, well, it looks like we're running quarters here. First off, looks like quarters to me. But also we have a little bit of movement with the motion, but nobody really goes out there with him. So, especially when we drop in this quarters coverage, we continue to drop, and he's got nothing but space. So, and then one thing that stood out to me early on in this game, and we're going to see this on this play right here, miss. And then, Corbin or Braxton kind of let up right here thinking, Nash was going to get the tackle, missed tackle, and then Braxton's kind of not in position. Then a pretty decent block out here by this tight end, not going to lie, on TC. And then they're off to the races. Pretty good second play on second down for them. Pretty good second down play for them. I guess we don't have end zone views on this, which is fine. I probably don't want to look at the end zone views anyway. That would add more time. So we just got a wide view here, which is perfect. And play number 3, first down for South Dakota State around midfield. Man from Montana, and they're running a quick hitch up top. Interesting concept. Looks like a stick route here by the tight end, hitch on the outside, and number 2's got a corner route with a basic on the backside. Running back stays in to protect. Montana brought 5, got the blitz off the edge. Looks like Flink probably had the running back, and then he was gonna blitz probably after the running back stayed in protection, but it didn't get to that. Another missed tackle here that you notice right here on this play. Missed tackle. Personally, I just think it was them knocking the rust off to start the game. I think it was them knocking the rust off, not having played for like 3 weeks. I feel like they settled in during that second drive. But I think it's critical to point out that this first drive for South Dakota State took 7 minutes of game clock off, and then Montana's drive took the rest of the first quarter off. So only 2 drives in the first quarter. One for each team is rough, and if that tells you any indicator of what type of game it is going to be, that showed it right there. Now let me see what we got. I think it's a 1st and 15. Yeah, I think I saw 1st and 15 now. Quick little hitch right here. Hitch, quick out with the fade, more fade. Simple concept. They get like 7 off of it on first down. Now you got a 2nd and 10. Looks like a 2nd and 9 up here. But a 2nd and long. 12 personnel. Bunch tight on this side of the formation. And it's a run. Good run stop by our defense though. Great play. Now you got a third down, the first third down of the game for South Dakota State. What are they going to come out with? Pre-snap motion looks like 11 personnel. 2x2 formation, and they're running this little rub under route right here. The rub wasn't super strong, but he got enough of him. All they need is a little bit of separation, and that's what they provided right there. That's something Montana does as well. It works out well for South Dakota State here on the under. I think that if the under's not there, you essentially are looking at the basic here and the swing, but it's man covered, so you're most likely not really looking at the swing. And it's going to be, I mean, the tight end can most likely win in man on the basic, but you're really most likely looking for this under. That's why you're getting the rub. That's why you're trying to separate. It's really a man beater, and it's probably one of the third down plays they had schemed up for this game, most likely. But they get the first down on that, get inside the 35, and it's a 1st and 10 for South Dakota State now. 12 personnel. No, let's call it 21. 21 personnel. I know this guy plays tight end and fullback, so. And then they try to run this screen, which I thought was played well. They ran it later on in the game too, and funny enough, Kale was there for that play too. But they try to run this screen to Isaiah Davis, and Kale plays it well. It's just we got to make that tackle right there. Got to get him down right there. That's like a loss of 5 yards. The fact that he's able to break that tackle and still get them like 3 yards on that play. One, it speaks to Isaiah Davis and who he is as a player. But, I mean, it also just speaks to that rust I was talking about early on in the game that Montana showed. Like, I feel like all season long, this has been a for sure tackle for Montana. And in this game, it just, I mean, they were not able to come up with it. Tough break for Montana. And I mean, it's still a 2nd and 7, so they still only got 3 yards. But judging by how it could have been a loss of like 5 yards and could have put up a 2nd and 15, could have stalled that drive. I mean, that's why I said I wanted to break down every play of this game, because there's hidden yardage everywhere. And I feel like that's some hidden yardage right there. Earlier in the drive when we missed a tackle, that was some hidden yardage right there. I mean, it's just everywhere around you. And games like this, where like I said, the margin for error is much smaller. You have to make those tackles. You have to make those plays. You have to break those. You have to break those shoelace tackles. All that stuff. Like, you have to make every play possible, because you one, don't know if you're going to get another opportunity, and two, it's just the way of the world we live in college football. So here you got cover 3 by Montana. Right here you can see, I think that's Ryder. Looks like he's in a curl flat coverage. In that cover 3 coverage, looks like we're bringing running a stunt up front, bringing 5 as well, unless we're in that heavy package, which I think we are in that heavy package. So we're not really rushing 5. We're just really rushing the guys who are on the line of scrimmage. Anyway, we're playing that cover 3. Got this, got Ryder here playing the curl flat, but they push this running back out into the flats after the play action, which is a great play. They run the post with the, kind of looks like a hide by the tight end, but it looks like he's trying to run it under and then go up like a wheel down the sidelines, which it really is, but ends up getting it to the flats to the running back, which is a great play, and he scurries forward for a first down. Good play call by them. Now we got a first down. It looks like 12 personnel. Montana looks like they're in man, and they're still in that heavy package. And South Dakota State runs for 5 yards on first down. Now you got a 2nd and 5, 2nd and 4. Looks like a 2nd and 4. Looks like 11 personnel. South Dakota State, no, that's 12. This is a tight end. 12 personnel. South Dakota State's in this tight bunch here. And they ran mesh. Mesh with a corner here, which man, oh my gosh. The corner route is wide open. I guess Corbin kind of got to it late. But if the quarterback saw this earlier, I mean, if he looks at it right now, I mean, he should have just set up and threw it right now. This is a touchdown right here. Tough break for them. Good break for Montana. But they run mesh with the corner route, and the tight end pushes out to a flat out here. And then you got a wheel on the backside by the running back. So the mesh really isn't there. There's a lot of coverage in there. Really what he had here was the corner route. I'm trying to see the coverage that Montana is playing. Looks like Montana's playing a cover 3. You got the one high here, a third and a third. He might be maybe like looks like he's a hook player. But it also might just be off man. They might have got confused with responsibilities over here. but not really because TC doesn't run with this tight end here. So I think I'm going to go with its zone. I'm going to go with this zone, and I think it's a cover 3 zone. Cover 3. Looks like cover 3 to me. But they get nothing. Looked like they had the tight end open. They get nothing. So now you got a third down. 3rd and 4 for South Dakota State. And they're going to scramble with the with the quarterback. And this is something I talked about to the lead up to the game. It might have been on my good old Grizzlies breakdown, but that's something I said was going to be a problem. And I think that Gronowski rushed for like 51 yards and a touchdown. And I said that was going to be an X factor in this game that you must game plan for is Gronowski's legs. He doesn't look like the most athletic runner. He doesn't look like the fastest guy, but it looks like, he definitely utilizes his legs, and that's something that Montana didn't have in this game because it seems like Clifton was a little injured during this game, but him not being able to use his legs was something that was definitely concerning during this game. Anyway, they get back to pass. Montana's in man. Looks like they're bringing some pressure here by the linebackers, and Riley Wilson is covering the running back. But with that blitz and everybody else in man, the lanes just work out so that, there's a wide open running lane for the quarterback. And they get the first down. Really looks like they had something here with this slant slightly open. I guess the quarterback didn't like that throw. But, man, this corner route looks pretty dang good too. Oh my gosh. Anyway, they scramble with the quarterback right up the middle, and it's a first down in red zone territory for South Dakota State. Next play, Isaiah Davis is really going to show his patience right here and get into the end zone. Hammer it down in there. A lot of hats down close to the ball. Looks like they're blocking down, sending this receiver to go get the tight end or to go get the safety. Got this guy got this tight end getting the Grizz or the safety. I know that's Nash, but I know he plays Grizz sometimes too, so I don't know what he is. But good block here by this guard pulling around also. Really good block here by him. But good run by Isaiah Davis for the touchdown. And South Dakota State took a 7-0 lead. 7-0 lead on Montana. So first kickoff return of the game, Junior Bergen here is going to get a spark. And also I think there was a missed face mask. This is why I wish we had the end zone for a play like this. But it most definitely looked like it was a face mask. Good for Junior to shake it off. Really good blocks here. Really good block here by whoever this is on this kickoff return. But I thought Junior was going to take it back, man. If he would have started the game off taking a kick back in the national championship, could you imagine? What a start to a game. Anyway, Montana's going to put a pretty good drive together here on the first drive of the game. So let's see how it turns out. Pre-snap motion, run to Eli. Looks like an inside zone type run. South Dakota State going cloud the first play of the game. Whether either it's cloud or they're bringing a cat blitz, which I don't think they're bringing a cat blitz because he didn't come too fast. But actually, this isn't cloud. This looks like cover 6. Looks like a cover 6. You got cloud on this side, quarter and quarter on this side. Either way, Montana runs it. Eli gets about 3 yards on first down to start the game. Now you got a 2nd and 7 for Montana. See what they do. Play action. Stop route up top. Stop route at about 10 yards. And good play for a first down. Looks like cover 3 here by South Dakota State. Looks like the middle of the field or this area of the field was wide open for that formation. Anyway, good play on first down. Or good play on second down to get the first down. Now we got a first down. Pre-snap motion. Looks like a corner concept up here. Spot, route, corner with a wheel. But they got a lead blocker. Not a wheel, but an arrow. A swing route. Whatever you want to call it. Swing route, running back getting out to the flats. They also have a lead blocker by the tight end, which is interesting. So you do it out of a 3x1 set. Tight end attached. And then you motion him out and you swing the running back out as well as like a lead blocker. Looks like they're in some type of man coverage here just because the tight end, both these linebackers run out here. This safety and this linebacker both run out here. Good recognition by them because this honestly could have been an even bigger play if if both those linebackers don't run out there. But good for them. I mean, that's something I talked about in my breakdown leading up to the game as well. Their pursuit to the ball. I mean, they pursue the ball. They pursue the hell out of the ball. And you got to respect it. Got to respect it. Second down for Montana here. 2x2 set, tight end attached. Running back to the tight end side. And looks like they're running a curl concept. Check it down to the running back. But flat, curl, and then the check down to the running back. Checks it down to Eli, and Eli gets almost to first down. Almost to the first down, but it's going to be a 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1 for Montana. First third down in the game. And Eli gets it easily. Man, so this right here, this is like the type plays that you have to make in a national championship game. I love Eli. He's a great running back. He's going to be a good running back for as long as he's wearing the maroon. I think he's got a long, fruitful career ahead of him. But right here, man, like I know he's kind of stumbling coming around and you're just worried about getting the first down. Great. All of it is great. But man, if he could have picked up his feet right here and got loose, this could have been a difference maker in the game, especially, like answering their touchdown with a touchdown. That just speaks volumes to who you are as a team, and it hits the mentality. I mean, it hits that psyche of South Dakota State for sure. Because, like, we can go blow for blow with you guys, which obviously we showed that we couldn't, but I just felt like there were some times in the game where we could have exemplified that. Anyway, thought that was a close play right there where he could have busted open for a big play. Unfortunately, he didn't. First down for Montana. 3x1 set with a tight end attached on the backside. And they're running it. So when you're looking at these bubbles, these RPO bubbles out here, it's 3-on-3. Those aren't good numbers for you, because you got 2 blockers, 3 tacklers, and you got an overhang right here as well. So not good numbers. Good to hand that off. He does. And Eli actually turns it into a decent run. He gets about 4 yards. I think they were kind of early on the whistle also on this play because he actually did end up falling, and it ended up being like he would have got like 8 yards, but they blew the whistle pretty early, which I think is kind of bogus because if you watch later in the game, there's a play. It was late in the game, but there was a play where they just refused to blow the whistle. Like they blew the whistle. Where did they blow the whistle here? Like I think they blew it like right here, but he's still moving. So it's like, I don't know. The officiating during this game, I can't remember where these refs were from. I don't know exactly where these refs were from, but there were some questionable calls during the game on both sides. I feel like they missed a few offsides on us personally, and I felt like they missed some holding calls against South Dakota State, some PIs. We'll get into it once we get to those plays, but I thought it was interesting. Anyway, you're going to get the jet sweep to Xavier. We've seen a lot of success with this play this year. He scored a touchdown on it against Delaware. But just trying to stretch this defense out, stretch them horizontally, and make them play sideline to sideline. Really good block here by Schaefer. I remember earlier in the season they called this a holding. It's not a holding. He's just getting beat. That's what happens. But really good block there by Schaefer. Really good block there. Does he get a nut scrape in there? Pancake. Oh, the nut scrape. Oh my gosh, the nut scrape. Wow, that's embarrassing. Anyway, Xavier gets the handoff, and man, so we just talked about the officiating. This ended up being a big play in the game because Montana had to go for it on 4th down, but never mind. I watched it on the TV copy. He did step out, but I thought he had got it live. I thought he had got it. Goodbye the ref to call him out of bounds where he was because his foot did step out right there. But really good play called by Coach Pease. Really good run by Xavier. Way to stretch it out, get outside, and get Montana close to first down yardage. Now you can see Montana's trying to stretch the defense out, putting these guys way out here, trying to keep those corner and safety, or it might be double corners, away from making the tackle. And they try to run it. South Dakota State gets some good penetration, and they don't get the first down right here. Tough break for Montana. Good play by South Dakota State. Anyway, so now you got the 4th down for Montana, 4th and 1, and I thought this play call was beautiful. So they're gonna motion Osmo into the backfield, and then he's not even gonna get set. They're just gonna immediately go and run him to the flats. And then you have Aaron on the outside here. So this is a 20 21 personnel set, 2 running backs, 1 tight end, 2 receivers. 21 personnel set. The tight end stays in to block and protect. You do what looks like a play action, but he's really just booting out, just a boot. And you send him straight to the flats, no time, and he gets those linebackers out leverage. You also send Aaron, most likely like on a, oh no, he ran a corner. So send Aaron on a corner, and you send Keelan on an over, so you get most likely like guys working in this direction, but the flat is there immediately. Really good play call, really good completion, and it's a first down on 4th and 1. Really good play call, really good indicator of how this drive was going at this point in the game. Now you got a first down for Montana. You got Junior and Eli in the backfield in this wacky formation. It is 11 personnel really, because Junior is a running back, but a receiver, but we could call it 21, 2 backs, 1 tight end, 2 receivers. Anyway, they're gonna send 3 down the sidelines this direction of the field. You got the corner route right here. Man, why didn't he wait on this? Because you got the seam, the corner by Junior, and the flat, which this guy has to respect this flat route. This looks like cover 6, quarter, half of the field right here, playing cloud, playing a half field safety, and then quarters on this side, cover 4 on this side. But man, you got the flat horizontal stretch, holding the flat right here, making sure that this guy can't run up the field. You have the seam, you have to respect the seam right here by the tight end, which looks a little open. I mean, you got this guy right here dropping, so that's probably not so much there, but you knew this corner was here, and you got Junior open. Granted, I don't know what he's being coached behind the scenes. I don't know what Coach Pease is telling him to look at. I don't know what his reads are. I don't know what his indicators are. You got a good concept here too, so I'm not mad at this completion, because it's a completion, and good ball, good completion right there on first down. But looks like we potentially had a touchdown right here. I guess we'll never know because we didn't throw it. But yeah, that's what you talk about though also when you talk about the margin for error, like just plays like that where could have had it, didn't look at it. It is what it is. Let's move on. Now you got a second down inside the 15, and I think this is a play where Clifton is going to scramble maybe. Oh, no, read. So you got this read right here. You got this guy confused. He's in there, but he doesn't know who's going to take the ball. So he looks a little confused, and Clifton runs off with it. Good blocks on the outside, but look, this speaks to the pursuit that I'm talking about. And also, this is Tucker Large, their safety, who is their punt returner. He's a really fast guy. But look at this pursuit. Really good pursuit by him. To run that down. It almost looks like, well, no, because this guy had leverage on him on the outside, but really good play by Clifton right there. Now you got a first down on, looks like the 5 or 6 yard line, and he's gonna try to throw this fade to Aaron. And I'm all for betting on your guys. I don't think Aaron was expecting a back shoulder here. I don't know. This is an interesting play call because obviously we have the run on. He checked to that. He checked to this. Looks like he checked to this fade route on the outside, because it looks like, we got this quick screen up here at the top, but it looks like there's a run on also. He decided not to run it and decided to take a chance on the back shoulder, which I'm not mad about. Bet on your guys, try to make a play. That's a decent play call on first down as well. So, you still got 2 more, 3 more downs depending on where you are on the field to get the touchdown. That is what it is. We didn't hit it. We didn't complete it. It is what it is. Now you got a second down. Same yard line, and Montana is going to run it to Eli. And number 5 here, this corner makes a really good play. So we're trying to bring Keelan down to get the safety. He's going down to block the safety. That's why he bypassed this guy, because I'm pretty sure this is a linebacker. So he goes to the safety, but then that leaves this linebacker for the lineman, which they pick up, but I think it just kind of muddies up the picture. Granted, I don't know what they're being coached, so they're probably taught to leave that linebacker. That's who the linemen are keying, but this is just a really good play by this corner. Really good play. Thought we had something there, but they stuffed it. Good play by them. Now you got a third down. 3-by-1 set with tight end attached. Looks like they're going to motion out of that, though. So now it turns into 2-by-2 set with the tight end attached here. out of 11 personnel, and you're running. Oh, man. Oh, my gosh. He's not even looking that way. It's all good, though. What coverage do we got from? Looks like man coverage here from South Dakota State with these guys kind of, passing things off around. These two guys inside passing things off. But everybody else is man. So you got a stop route on the outside out here. Over. Looks like you're trying to get everybody in this side of the field. Running an over by Junior. Looks like a little bit of hold in there. Not called. And then Aaron looks like he was going to run a back line, but he noticed Clifton's scramble broke away. They didn't get him the ball, but man, Clifton tried to sell out right there. Clifton really tried to sell out. Almost got in. Just not good enough, man. Really close. So now you got a 4th and 1, the end of the first quarter. We've only watched 2 drives since the end of the first quarter. And Montana's going to try to get in the end zone, man. Really good handoff. But, I mean, a damn good play by Adam Bach. This linebacker right here, he's like a 7th-year senior. It is what it is. He's coming back for another year next year. Good for him. Hopefully he can have a great year and have a healthy year. I know that's something that he talked about is he hadn't been healthy. Anyway, we're breaking down the game right now, and this is just a damn good tackle. I mean, for him to put his hand on the ball, one, and keep Eli from reaching it, but also just the play itself. I mean, 4th and 1, the national championship, first defensive drive of the game. You guys have been on the field for a long time, and this is just, I mean, damn. Just a really good play. I mean, if it almost seems like if Eli would have just dove right that direction, like towards this number 11's legs, could have gotten the end zone. But I mean, I've never ran the ball. I'm not a running back, so I'm gonna let him do what he does. But that was a good play by this linebacker. Really good play by this linebacker. They would stuff Montana at the 1-yard line for the touchdown, and South Dakota State would get the ball back. I think Montana's going to bring pressure here. Nah, no pressure. Just linebackers playing really low, playing in the box, playing for the run. And they pass it. Quick slant route on the backside. And, gosh, could have been a bigger play if it was a better ball, to be honest. He's got nothing but green grass in front of him. Good thing it was a low pass. And they only got like 20 off of it. 1st and 10 for South Dakota State. The drive continues. And a run. I mean, this hole is huge. And this is what you talk about when you talk about this offensive line. This is a crazy running lane. Montana ran like a little stunt up here, but South Dakota State is ready for it with whatever. They're kicking out right here and blocking down inside and got the lead blocker coming in front of them. I think that's a running back. Oh, yeah, that's Isaiah Davis blocking in front of him. And it's a pretty decent run on 1st down. Good for them. Now you got a 3rd down. 12 personnel, and Gronowski is going to bite off more than he can chew right here. So Montana's in a cover 3 coverage. I broke this down on the radio, but I didn't know exactly what coverage that Corbin was running, so I couldn't give a in-depth breakdown. I will for you now. So they're running this basic up here and this wheel route on the outside by number 2. The basic in is supposed to kind of grab the eyes of Corbin, really, and they're going to run that wheel route behind. And I originally had said that it looked like if he threw it over the top, he could have hit it, but I don't think that's correct. This is really good recognition by Corbin to play this play because they are trying to kind of confuse him with the real wheel route, given that it's a cover 3. Nobody's really got that responsibility up the sideline but him, because if it's a flat, Nash has got it covered. That's why he's right here. He's in the curl flat lane. He's got that flat, but then he wheels up. Nash notices it late, so he tries to run with it, but good for Corbin to keep his eyes up, know what his responsibility is, and go make that play on the outside. Really nice play there. Really nice play by Corbin. This is a guy who's been in the program for a long time, has seen a lot, has done a lot, and he's seen and ran almost every coverage in college football. So good for him. They ended up calling a blindside block, I think either here or no, they called a block in the back right there on whoever this is. These two guys, Levi and whoever that was, but they called a block in the back. Man, if Corbin could have taken this to the house, that would have been great. Anyway, good play by Corbin. Really good play by Corbin. Really good recognition. Good interception for the Grizz to give them the ball back. deep in South Dakota State territory. The penalty hurts, but still good field position. Fake toss on the reverse here. Out of, is that Zay in the backfield? I think this is 30 personnel. 3 running backs, no tight ends, 2 receivers, 30 personnel. I've never seen 30 personnel. I mean, I've seen it probably, but I've never broken down a team running 30 personnel. Anyway, really good play, really good run on first down for Montana. The fake toss, I don't think it really, I think more than anything, it just froze these defenders right here, because look, this guy tried to turn around before he notices that, this guy still actually does have the ball. I think they might have thought it was like a double pass, because look, this guy goes back to getting coverage. These guys are still running this way. Good misdirection by Montana. Pretty good play, good hustle by these guys. That's what you get from them. Good hustle by their linebackers, D-line. They're going to hustle to the ball. So, you got to earn everything you get. Second down for Montana. Second and looks like 2. Another run to Xavier. He's going to, really good block here by Aaron. He doesn't get a lot of them. He gets enough of them. And he doesn't, I don't even know if he got, I think he got a little bit of them. But good block out here by Junior as well to kick this guy out. Really, gosh, this is a good job by Junior. This is a good job. To open up that lane for X, that is a great job right there. But the pursuit, great pursuit by them. Really good run by Xavier. Way to find that hole, way to get upfield, first down. But these guys pursue the ball. You're going to see it all over this tape. They pursue the ball, and they did right there. Good job by them. Now you got a first down for Montana inside red zone territory of South Dakota State. And looks like they're in man. Looks like South Dakota State's in man. And Montana's going to try to run this toss. And it's going to really amount to nothing. Good by this linebacker to get contained right here. And then they got some pretty good penetration in here by their D-line. They tried to run that stunt. It didn't really work. I think this is either a toss where Clifton can toss this, or he can run it backside. Man, that backside run looks pretty dang open. If he would have taken it, he didn't. It's probably good that he didn't. He knows what he's doing. So anyway, he's going to toss it to Osmo, and Osmo's going to get really nothing. Gain of 2 on first down. Now you got a second down from like the 18-yard or from like the 13-yard line. And you run this screen. And it's just really good recognition. With these screens, you're trying to get your guys, so that you guys see how you got these linebackers coming out. You got your guard, two guards and a center working out to block, and we're running it from both sides. So you're really running these guys upfield. I think they're getting MDM really. I think they have indicators that like you're looking for this guy or this guy, but I think it's really MDM. But you want him to be in here. This is where your blockers are. You got this guy pursuing, but you really want him to get in here, get in the tunnel, and get upfield. That's why it's called a tunnel screen, because you got these blockers get in that tunnel and get upfield. He's not able to do that. These linemen aren't able to get out there fast enough to get these blocks. Really good recognition by this linebacker and a really good tackle by him. I'm telling you, man, these guys fly around. These guys are sound defensively. Obviously, like we talked about, no super big names. We know Adam Bach, Tucker Large. I know one of their corners is pretty good, but I don't really know a lot of their names. But they are damn good, and they fly around, and you see it all over the place. Looks like they're trying to fake here. So it looks like they're trying to fake that they're going to run a rub route here. This is really interesting because Montana has run the rub where this guy will work upfield, he'll work to him, and he'll come underneath. They've done that all year. So now they're trying to work the fake screen, the fake rub route to a fade. So, man, looks pretty good from here. Got the guy reaching at the line. This is one of the plays where I thought they potentially could have called a PI. There was a lot of hands at the point at where the ball came in. I thought there was a lot of hands being put on Aaron. They didn't call anything, but just tough. Just a tough break for Montana. Really good play call here. Really interesting play call that they call here. I'm trying to figure out what the coverage is here because you got these guys playing man on the outside, but you have like basically three guys playing over top. 3 guys over top. So is it like 3 man? I mean, I don't know. Is it? I mean, I almost want to call it Tampa, but this guy carries with it, and that's not Tampa. That would be man. I don't know. I'd be interested to know what that is. Anyway, it was a pass breakup, and Montana didn't get the call. 3-7 ball game. South Dakota State leads. Montana's going to kick it back off to them and start their third drive, because they threw an interception. Like right there, they didn't call offsides, but personally, I thought he was offsides. I mean, is that not what offsides is? Look, he's snapping the ball snapped right there. I think he's offsides. Or at least in the neutral zone. Isn't that a neutral zone infraction? This happened to us a couple times and they didn't call it. I was obviously happy at the time that they didn't throw it, but I thought these refs made some questionable calls for sure. It was like they let them play, but then at times it seemed like they were, I don't know. It was an interesting officiated game, but overall Montana got beat, so I'm not too mad about it. Good run on first down. Good run stop by Montana on first down. Really good tackle. I feel like this is at the point to where Montana's defense really started to settle in and started to realize that, no, we can play with these guys. And they are everything they are built up to be, but, we can play with these guys. You got 4 along this side right here. 1 running back on the backside. Really looks like they're trying to overload this side, but they end up running out of it, and it's a pretty dang good run by the quarterback out of the run. So for plays like this is where I wish I had the end zone view so I could see how these blocks are working out. But it looks like they're pulling what looks to be their guard right here, pulling this guard right here, coming around, kicking out our backer, or that's a safety, Garrett, but kicking out. And you got a good kick out block right here by this tackle on the edge. Just opens up that lane, and then you got a seal by Gubb, which is really the guy you got to seal off. They sealed him off right here, and then got this guard getting to the second level on Braxton with another good block, and this is just really blocked up well. And this is why South Dakota State is the best team in the country, because they're very sound on both sides of the ball. And I mean, just look at this. Just look at how they block this seam up, block this hole up. I mean, everybody's covered up. And then you got the running back out in front too, just trying to get a block on somebody, which he does. And it turns out to be a really big run for South Dakota State. Not bad at all. Montana would eventually get him down, and now they're on the 40, and it's a first down for South Dakota State. Montana's going to stiffen though. So 3 verts with this is the margin of error. This is the margin of error we talk about. This right here, and Riley Wilson has had an amazing season. I think he's going to have an amazing career at Montana. I mean, he's a really good pass rusher. First off, let's watch this rush. I mean, this rush cooked. And this is one of the best offensive lines. I don't know if their tackles are some of their better players. I think it's really their center and their guards. But, I mean, they have a good offensive line all around. And you've got to bet that they're all good players. They are all good players. They're a really good offensive line. This is a great rush. Number 1 in sacks allowed, South Dakota State. Number 1 in tackles for loss allowed with South Dakota State. They don't give up a lot of sacks. They don't give up a lot of tackles for loss. Really good offensive line. This rush by Riley Wilson is amazing. With the outside move, set him up outside, swim inside. Great move. But the margin of error that I started talking about when I started talking about this rush, this is the margin of error. This needs to be a sack, man. This needs to be a sack. This is a big loss. One thing where I feel like Montana really got hurt late in the second quarter and in the second half was the field position battle. Go back and look. That punter deserves kudos. Deserves some props, because the fact that he was able to pin Montana on the 5 twice and then was pinning Montana deep in their own territory the whole game, like just that field position battle, having to drive the length of the field every time, that means something. And it ended up hurting Montana, I think, in the game. Like having to drive the distance of the field every single time to get any type of points is just hard for anybody. And losing that field position battle, not being able to really flip the field at all in that second half was a tough way for that game to go. Tough way for that game to go. Anyway, Riley Wilson does not get this sack. He's able to get the ball out of bounds. He's outside of the tackle box. Let's see where the tackle box is. It was like right here. Yeah, he's outside of the tackle box. I don't know why I did that with my mouse, because it wasn't going to stay there anyway. I'm an idiot. Anyway, they get the ball out of bounds, and no loss for them. Second down. 2nd and 10 for South Dakota State. Looks like he gave him a check over here. Look at that thumb. Anyway, I think they run it here. They do. Anyway, cat blitz here by Montana. It's blocked pretty fine by number 10. It looks like he was trying to hold him for a second, but he let him go. But pretty good play by Montana here to hold them to minimal gain. But once again, you got the cat blitz. What do you notice? This safety, why is he here? Why do we have 3 high safeties pre-snap? This safety, something doesn't fit in this picture. Always be alerted to that. When you see this, something doesn't fit. He doesn't fit. He doesn't fit. Why is he here? Why is he here? Like, something doesn't fit, and it ends up being the misfit right here because he's cat blitzing. Good play by Montana, though. Good play by Montana. Now you got a 3rd down, 3rd and long for South Dakota State. What are they going to do? Run it. And, I mean, this was an interesting play call because, you know, this is the drive following the interception that he had just thrown. But it looks like this bubble. I mean, even though it's 3-over-3, the way we have to get to it because it's man works out kind of well for them. Anyway, they ended up running it with the quarterback, and he stopped for a minimal gain on 3rd down. Good job, Montana. They would end up punting the ball, and this is when they start. I mean, man, this hurts. Pinning us back on the 5-yard line. That just hurts. Really good by him. I mean, that was a damn good punt. Really good punt. I mean, he did this twice in the game, and I mean, give that man some props. Those were some great punts, and playing the field position battle like he did, or like they did in an instance like this where they're kind of out of field goal range, could have went for it on 4th down, decided not to, decided to play the field position. It paid off for them. So props to them. Kudos to them for being able to do that. Now Montana's on the 5-yard line, starting their 2nd or 3rd offensive drive. 3-7 South Dakota State. Pretty good run on 1st down by Eli Gilman. Pre-snap motion by Aaron. 12 personnel here, or we can call it 21 since he's in the backfield. 21 personnel. Inserting down here, blocking everybody down here, blocking everybody down, trying to really kick out, but Eli ends up bouncing it outside, but he still ends up getting like 3 or 4. I think he got like 3 on 1st down. Pretty good run. Now you got a 2nd down, and we get a false start. This is why I talked about how, you know, I just felt like you could tell that South Dakota State had been there before because it was kind of loud on either side of the ball. You know, there was a lot of Montana fans there. There was a lot of South Dakota State fans there. But, I mean, this is just mental. This is just a mental error. You can't have this, especially when you're already backed up. It's only going to take you half the distance, so you're not going to lose a ton of yardage. But it's just like man, you just can't have mistakes like that. You can't hurt yourself at all when you play good teams like this, when you play championship caliber football. You can't hurt yourself at all. And that has to be the number one understanding in games like this, is the margin for error isn't slim. So you're going to get a quarters here again, looks like to me, and really get this little stop concept right here, spacing concept. We've seen it all season. OTB by this tight end, little stop route by Keelan, and a horizontal stretch by the running back. Really good play there. Good completion, good catch by Keelan on 2nd and long. Now you got a 3rd and long. 3rd and like 7 here. Pre-snap motion for junior man coverage, looks like, from South Dakota State. Montana's going to get a rollout. Clifton right here. Man, looks like Aaron is so open. Oh my gosh, they run this corner route here to Aaron. He looks open, but they're not able to get him the ball. Gosh, oh my gosh, that looks like a missed opportunity right there. Obviously, you're trying to get the 1st down. You got the flat now because this linebacker has to work out from distance to get there. He's playing man. They're playing man. He's playing man on the tight end. I mean, he's playing man on the running back, so he has a long distance to get there. This safety is playing man on the tight end. That's why he stays in, because the tight end stays in protection, so he's staying right there watching him. But gets the linebacker out leverage. Really good play call by Coach Pease, and they get the 1st down on 3rd and long. Really good conversion right there. That's one thing that they talk about a lot of times, is when you're backed up, you want to get 2 first downs to either give your punter some space or start a drive going. But either way, you want to be able to play the field position game. So you want to get at least 2 first downs coming out of your own end zone. 1st down for Montana, 11 personnel. And Clifton keeps it for the first time. Got the puller coming around. Fake to Xavier. And he runs it for about 2 yards on first down. Got a 2nd and 8. Pre-snap motion incoming here from Aaron. Pre-snap motion. And he sits in the pocket here. He's got an open guy. This is a route that he's hit. But I think the pressure might have got to him a little bit. But, I mean, Junior is open here. Junior is open here. Got to hit this one. And I'm not trying to be blunt or anything like that, try to be harsh or anything like that, but in a game like this, it's got to be completed right here. He's open. Got to put the ball on him. Tough break for Montana, but yeah. I don't want to say too much because this is an interesting way to run this. I don't think Montana has run this like this all year. They might have. Maybe I didn't notice it. There were some games. There was a lot of games actually where I didn't have an all 22 cut up. But the switch release here to get into the sail concept gives Junior some leverage right off the bat because this safety is trying to maintain his, or that's a corner. This corner or safety. I mean, which one of these guys is a corner? Which one is safety? Either way, this DB is trying to maintain leverage on Junior. And in doing that, he kind of succeeds some leverage to Junior, which he takes and runs this corner route with, but he's not able to get open. Got the take route from Keelan here over the top. He's just taking the coverage out. It ended up being a man coverage. He was open in man, but they weren't able to complete it. Now, what are they going to do? Mesh on the inside, and it's a sack. Sack. So they bring 4. They don't bring any pressure. They don't run any stunts. The pocket just kind of collapses. Oh, no, they do bring pressure. They bring this backer on the backside. Backer on the backside, and he is the one that brings the pressure. I mean, the pocket is kind of collapsing on him the whole time with this rush, but he is really the catalyst that kind of gets Clifton uncomfortable, and he doesn't really have anywhere to escape right here. I mean, I guess if you look here, he could maybe escape to the left, but they kind of got him bottled up here, so good by them. Really good by them. Now you got the punt, and it's going to be shanked off of one of their players right here. Really big play for Montana, really big break for them in this game. You had the interception, now you get, watch it right here. Good by Garrett to continue to work. His effort outshines on this play and ends up helping Montana. Bounces off that guy, bounces off 31. Barker gets it back. Really big play for Montana to get the ball back in midfield. Look at the sidelines going crazy right here. Really big play. Good job for Montana. 1st and 10 for Montana on their 4th, I think, offensive drive. And you get the pre-snap motion. Handoff to Osmo. And I like how Osmo really drove his legs at the end of this run. It seemed like it was going to be nothing, but, I mean, he really drove his legs to get another, like, 2-3 yards at the end of that run. Now you got a 2nd and medium, 2nd and 5 or 6. On this drive right here, and let's see what we get. Spot with the in route coming right underneath it. This is something we saw earlier in the season. If you've been keeping up with this channel, this is not a new route concept, but it is a good route concept in this quarters coverage. Middle of the field is fairly open. The only way that guy can make the play is if he drives on it. Junior gets negative, positive to the quarterback, gets negative, works that back negatively, works back to the quarterback after this break. Really good job by him on this to work back to the quarterback and not drift upfield, because if he would have, it could have been a different outcome on this play, but he did, and it's a 1st down for Montana on that pass play. Good job by them. Really good job by them. Now you got another 1st down. I think we get a penalty here, which basically ends this entire drive. And I don't know so much if I thought this was a holding penalty. I thought this was a really good block by Journey. But I guess one of these back linesmen thought it was a hold because he twisted him around. But I mean, that's just a good block. Like, the only thing I think is holding because of his hand placement on the outside of his pads. But I personally thought that was a really good block. That negates a gain of like 6 or 7 and backs Montana up and essentially ends this drive. I mean, a 1st and 20 is a death sentence right here. I mean, just a death sentence, especially against this really good defense. It's so hard to... Now, man, we need to talk about this right here. Obviously, I know Clifton was hurt, and they talked about it on the broadcast that Clifton was dealing with some right leg injury, which, I think hampered him a little bit in his ability to be able to run the ball and make plays with his legs. But man, even on a hurt leg, I feel like you can get some decent yardage right here if you run this. I mean, it's 1st and 20. You at least get to the 40, I think. I mean, I think he at least gets to the 40 here. 40 here to make it a manageable 3rd and long instead of a 3rd and, I mean, I guess it's 1st down, so to make it a manageable 2nd and medium, 2nd and long instead of a 2nd and 20. So now you get the incompletion right there on the scramble move from Aaron. Looks like they ran a stop route down here, a nasty route up here, same down there, and then a bender on the inside with Aaron, with a junior. And then Aaron scrambles upfield, and Clifton tries to put the ball in there. Try not to put it in harm's way, but put it where our guy potentially could get it, and he didn't. He might have been out of bounds anyway too, so tough. Pre-snap motion here, 11 personnel, drop back pass, and you're just running hitches. Your guy out here on the front side is blocking, which makes me believe we had a screen on the backside, which we did. And good recognition by them. Good recognition here by this D tackle. He doesn't really get a good rush and just ends up in the way of the screen. But I mean, if he's not there, we'll never know. Good play by them. Let's move on. Oh wait, is that 3rd down? It wasn't 3rd down. Anyway, now we got 3rd down. You're gonna run this mesh concept. No mesh. No mesh. See, they're trying to take a shot here. They're trying to get somebody over the top. But I mean, first off, it's 3rd and 20. So you're not gonna play any type of tough coverage to where you can get out leveraged on South Dakota State side. So good for them, but they're just playing coverage back here. Looks like 2-man. Looks like they're playing 2-man. Man back here, and then 2 guys over the top, just playing over the top. Looks like a weird way to get to it, but it does look like 2-man to me, and that's what I'm going to stick with is 2-man. Anyway, they get nothing downfield, and Clifton scrambles, maybe gets 5, and gets out of bounds. Decent play there. Got the punt now, and they're going to pin South Dakota State fairly deep into their own territory. Down at the 13-yard line. And South Dakota State's and 11 personnel, they're going to start their drive. They're going to run this end route back here. 2 guys hugging up on this tight end tight route, which is what you want. This is the same thing Montana just ran, just with Aaron and Junior. This is the same exact concept. They're trying to influence it the same way. So you got to cover 3 on the backside. Hooks in here, hooks in here. He's most likely a curl flat, and TC down here is the curl flat defender out here. So he's getting out, pushing out to that out as he should. They run this out more down here, but that's not really what they're trying to work. He works the front side, and you have the running back on a swing route. This is what they're trying to influence. This is exactly what you're looking for. You got this linebacker in a hook. You run that stop route by that tight end. You hug him up. He vacates that window to that wide open receiver behind, and Gronowski hits it in stride. Very open, especially in this zone, this cover 3 zone. This is exactly how you want as an offensive coordinator for that to work out, and it did. Good ball, good catch, good route concept, easy completion. They keep driving. So now you got a 1st down. They're going kind of fast, and another basic route up here, basic in, or it might be a curl, but it looks like he's just like kind of stopping at the sticks. And then you got what looks to be a deep stop by the tight end, a quick out inside, and then most likely a more on the outside. Nothing's open. The quarterback just kind of launches it. I don't know, like, he never moved, so I don't know why he thought he would have been out of the pocket. Maybe he was trying to deem that he overthrew this, but he overthrew it a little bit too much. Maybe that's what he was doing. That's what he wanted his argument to be, like, oh no, I was throwing it to him. It just kind of floated on me. It went to nobody. They ended up calling grounding, and that essentially, knocks them way back, just like Montana just did. So far in this game, it's just been choppy offensively. Nobody's really got anything going, and it's staying tight. Run play on 2nd down by South Dakota State. They get nothing. Something that was odd here is I don't know if Montana had called a timeout after this play. I don't know if Montana called a timeout after this play. I think they let the clock run. They did. And I thought that was interesting because I thought that, if any time, they probably should call a timeout right there, to preserve some clock and maybe get some points before the halftime. Maybe make it 6-7. Who knows what they could have done, but they didn't, and that's all for them. So now what Montana's doing is they're putting their guys at the sticks, basically playing man, but from the sticks. He's man here, he's man here, he's man here. And they're going in motion him in, so he'll scoot in a little bit, but it's basically man back there, and they're blitzing everybody else. This gives you no time to sit back there and think about it. These guys are at the stick, so your routes aren't going to get there. We're going to get there before basically this call is we're going to get there before you're able to get your routes off or get to the first down. And they ended up running it, and it's blocked up pretty damn well. It's blocked up pretty good blocks, but, thank God they had like 16 yards to go for the first down because they did not make it there. Montana then called a timeout after that play, after South Dakota State had already, eaten down a lot of the clock. And then they punt it. Pretty dang good punt by him down to the 10. I mean, that punter, that guy deserves some props, man. He had a pretty good game. Not going to lie to you. That guy had a pretty good game. Montana's going to try to get something going here, but I don't think they really did much. They didn't do much of anything during this drive, so we can watch it. I like this curl concept down here. This curl concept completion down here. Really tight throw right there from Clifton. Really good. And then another spot route, OTB route. First down. Oh yeah, the Hail Mary. This was interesting because Clifton got the ball down there. This is a pretty damn good throw. Looks like our guy Aaron jumped for it, and we got somebody back here waiting on it. But this guy, this corner, made a great play. He looked like he was gonna make something happen after this too, but Montana got him down. Good for them. And then that's halftime. Start the second half. They kick it to Junior. He's not able to turn it into anything. You got Garrett trying to get this block here. He kind of gets tripped up. Man, that's kind of illegal, right? Whoa, oh, he might have tried to say he blocked him in the back, but I'd love to see the end zone view of this, but man, that's illegal to cut our guy out. Oh, we do have end zone view. Let's go. So we're watching here. 44. He cut our guy out trying to make the tackle, and granted he did make the tackle doing that, but I don't know, man. That seems I think there's a rule against that. Anyway, we don't have to talk about it. It's whatever. So now you got a first down for Montana to start the drive, and they put together a pretty good drive to start the second half. They were moving the ball, completing passes. I thought it was going to be a really good drive. Really good play right there. For 6 on first down to start the drive. Goodbye them. Oh, we do have end zone in the second half. Great. Maybe there was something going on in the first half. Run to Eli for the first down. Inside zone. Looks like they're blocking everybody down here. Hit it on the back side. Or I guess that's the front side. Hit it on the front side. Good run. OTB right here. What is this? Spot with a curl on the outside. So curl out here. Spot OTB right here with a swing route. That's your horizontal stretch right there. Looks like they're running a cover 3. Cover 3 here. Inserting this safety down here into a curl flat. With this guy pushing out. This guy detaching with the running back out here. Oh, wow. Okay, I didn't notice that. It's 20 personnel. 20, 22 running backs, 3 tight end, 3 receivers, and RPO here, or play fake here with a swing coming around. OTB right there. Good concept. Good completion as well. Second down. Pre-snap motion. Man. Really good route here. They brought the blitz. Good by Clifton to notice it and throw right at the blitz, the backside. Now, one thing I want to say, really good route by Aaron. Really good. I mean, this is what I talk about when I talk about Aaron. This man is so freaking twitchy, so quick. He's got all the ability, man. Like, he could be a dog, man. And he's a really good receiver. He's a really good receiver. I'm gonna leave it at that. This release is amazing. This release is amazing. I think this is just nasty. I mean, this guy is absolutely lost. This guy is absolutely lost. I mean, really good release. I thought when he cut, if he cut this way instead of cutting this way where all the bodies are coming from, if he cut this way to the out of bounds, he might score. He might score. Because look at these guys. They bump into each other. If he jukes that way, they're still going to bump into each other because they're both running this direction. You juke that way, you're off to the races, most likely score. But, you know, those cutbacks, man, they can get you. You got about 2 cutbacks in you before, you know, you're doing too much and you got to just get it down. So they ran this spacing concept here to the front side. OTB here, stop here, swing route here, and a fade on the outside by the receiver. Slant, one-on-one slant on the backside with the blitz coming on the backside. So really good recognition by Clifton, like I said, to recognize that and get the ball out. Aaron, cutback, yeah. Cutback, yeah. All right, now you got to get down. You got to get down. You got to get down because then he breaks that tackle. Really good way to break this tackle right here, but the cavalry is coming. Watch this guy. He comes from all the way back here. This is why I talk about South Dakota State. They pursue. They never give up. They're always coming, just like Montana's defense. Just like Montana's defense. They hustle to the ball. Look at this. This is a D tackle. Fumble. And that is just a momentum killer, man. I tell you right now, that is just a momentum killer. Like, I really thought if Aaron would have juked out here, would have juked to the left, this way. Oh, he's gone. Obviously, he decided to juke the other way. It worked. He had these guys lost, bumping into each other. Another juke, but the pursuit. And they get the fumble recovery. Good for them. That play just hurt with the timing of where the drive was and, you know, how things were going for Montana, starting the second half with the ball, looking to get some momentum going. That one just hurts from that standpoint. Anyway, you got 11 personnel for South Dakota State. Hand it off. And really patient run by Isaiah Davis. He's going to get like 5 on first down. Blocking down out here. Looks like a inside to outside zone. Looks like a zone blocking scheme here, and he just ends up hitting it on the backside. Pause. But really good run right there. Let's watch the end zone view. I mean, that O-line was working. Most definitely was working. They know what they're doing. Now you got 13 personnel. 1 receiver, 1 running back, 3 tight ends, and they're running it again. Really good tackle here by Riley Wilson. Really good tackle. And that's the thing. Originally, I thought that they had got a lot of points off turnovers, but South Dakota State only really got 3 points, I think, off of the turnovers that Montana had. So it wasn't points off turnovers. You know, we didn't get any points off turnovers either. I think actually we did get 3 off that second turnover, but we both got the same amount of points off turnovers. It just certain points in the game where big plays matter, we didn't make them. Really good play there by Montana. Now you got a 3rd and short. What are they going to run? You got 12 personnel. Getting everybody tight in there. And it's a good tackle for loss. Let's watch Braxton here work on the backside and just go chase him down. Good job. Really good job. Gubb's in here working. Run a stunt. Man, Gubb comes wide open off this stunt. Really good stunt right there. That's amazing. Doesn't make the play, but the cavalry is coming. Bunch of silver hats right there. Wow. Look at this little push right here. Who is that? Is that Ryder? Anyway, they're going to punt. And it's a really good punt. I mean, this is what I was talking about. There's nothing you can do about that either because he's punting it to the sidelines. I mean, for that ball to go out right there, this guy deserves some kudos. That's a really good punt. That's a really good punt. Really good punt. I mean, let's look at it right here. right out on the 5-yard line. You can't set it there any better. It's exactly what they wanted. That's why they're punting away from Junior to the sidelines. And it worked. They got first down from Montana inside their own 5. Let's see what they put together. Run to Osmo for about 2 yards. Nothing much. 11 personnel. 3-by-1 set. Running back on the backside. 2 spot routes. Running back looking like he's running a Texas route. And then Aaron on the slant. But they got this guy out here playing it. So what coverage does this look like? This looks like man. Looks like 2-man. Not even 2-man. Looks like these guys on the outside are playing man. But it looks like a zone coverage on the inside. Might be quarters. Might be quarters and they're just playing man on the outside. I think that's what it is. They're quarters and they're just manning up the outside because it's most likely tight red zone or tight backed up situation. Anyway, Clifton's going to get a little pressure on the outside and he's going to scramble. And he's going to get some decent yardage on the scramble. But, I mean, this is what I talk about. I know I keep pointing it out, but their pursuit, man, they hustle. They hustle. And you might think it means nothing, but them keeping him from getting that first down makes a big difference in this drive and just a big difference in the game. The hidden yardage is all around you. It's all around you. Now you got a third down for Montana. 11 personnel still, 2-by-2 set, tight end attached. Slant combo out here. Man, I thought Aaron was really working. Personally, watching this film, I think I don't know. I think he could have used a look or two more in the past game, but it is what it is. It works out the way it's supposed to work out. But they run the double slants on both sides, arrow concepts. You got the swing and the 2 slants on the front side, and you got the arrow and the slant on the back side. I thought Aaron looks a little open right here. He didn't throw it. Junior looks a little open too. The DB definitely got there a little early, but live it probably looked a little bang, so I understand the refs not calling it. I thought it was a close call. They did not call it, and Junior doesn't come up with the reception. That's tough. Good, we got an end zone view now. Let's see how close it really was. Oh, man. Oh, I hate that for him. Man, trying to hands catch it and just the distraction of that DB on your back, the hand coming across, just tough play. Tough play, bro. Now you get the punt. I'm going to skip through the punt. They fielded it. Good for them. Or they let it roll. Anyway, now you got this drive that they're about to put together. First down for South Dakota State. Out route. Good tackle by Ryder, but they get like 7 on first down, 7 or 8 on first down, just by these double outs. And I think this is them trying to set up something. So this is a stick, actually. He's running a stick, just setting up because it's out off. Cover 3 by Montana. And an out route down here. So it looks like mirrored, but it's probably sticks on the inside and out routes, mandatory out routes on the outside. So these guys have an option to set up, or if they want to go out like this guy did, run away from coverage, they can. But good completion out there. And it's also, this makes sense too, because I've seen them run an out and up concept where everybody from this tight set right here, from this formation here, these guys run out, up, the tight end runs out, up, this guy runs out and up, and this receiver runs out and up. So that's probably a wrinkle off of this that they've done throughout the season. But good for Montana to be able to stop them. I mean, not really good, but 2nd and 3. So they got 7 on first down. 2nd down, here we go. I'm gonna try to run this quick screen here, and they're gonna false start. Oh no. They called offsides on us. They called offsides, and it was on infraction right here. So they didn't get it off. And now it's a 1st and 10 for them. Gifted them a first down. So now you got 21 personnel, 2 running backs, 1 tight end, 2 receivers. And they're going to run some outside stretch type play. And they get decent yardage on it. They got like 4. Good block by Isaiah Davis. Oh my gosh. Look at this. Look at him just find work. And just, oh, wow. That's not bad, man. That is not bad. We got guys in here getting buried too. Who is that? Is that Gup? Oh, he tripped. He tripped. He tripped. I saw it. You guys saw it too. He tripped. Watch, he tripped. They did not pancake him. He tripped over this lineman. It's all good. It's all good. We're good. Anyway, that was first down. Now we got a second down. Looks like, is this a tight end? 13 personnel. False start. Hello. Yeah, this is a missed penalty right here. I don't know. It's close. It's close. Whatever. Anyway, they try to run this play action type play, and it's honestly there. If we're being honest, this pass play is there. Montana gets a little out of position here. They're running another cover 3 coverage. The over. Braxton trying to get there, rerouting them. Our corner here in this third is late to get there. He's late to recognize it. So by the time the Yankee brother is running we got this one high safety who really, I don't know why he's not over top of it. I think maybe he might be looking at this over here, or he might just have his rise in the wrong place. He got to it late. So, he gets over the top. The quarterback isn't able to throw it. He tries to set up to throw it, but by the time he does, the corner gets back on it. And the only reason I think this was an interception is because the sun, if you look at the shadows, the sun is coming from down this direction of the field, which that's really where that ball looks like it's coming from their standpoint. So everybody down there has a late reaction to it. And, I think it could have been an interception or maybe even a completion. Who knows? But nobody gets it because, the sun. Oh man, we got the railing in the way too. Nobody gets the interception. But, almost was a big play. South Dakota State tried to catch Montana slipping there, but they didn't. And to me, what is this, third? I think they're going to false start here. They did. They called a false start here. So 3rd and 8. It's 7-3 South Dakota State. Montana's been playing pretty good defense up to this point. Besides the first drive of the game, they've been really stymieing South Dakota State's offense. And, this is the biggest play of the game. You're going to watch Jackson Lee here. He's going to get, he has it. And I think this is a cover 3 coverage. Again, this might be off man. It looks like man, actually. This is man. And I don't know. I think Jackson Lee got his eyes in the backfield thinking this was going to be a sack. Because it looks like it's about to be a sack. He gets caught in the backfield looking to see if it's going to be a sack. He got off man here. You drop a few droppers out underneath, but mostly man on the backside. These 2 droppers playing underneath, but man on the backside everywhere else. And Jackson Lee's got to face this guy up because he's in good position, but you just got to he puts eyes on him too late, and then by the time he does, he's out of position. I think he thought maybe the guy was going to keep running this way or go vertical, so he turned around thinking that he had to get vertical as well, not knowing that the tight end broke it off. He's trying to get over. Man, but this is the biggest play of the game to me. This is the single biggest play of the game to me. We played it good up until, you got to play the full play and just right there, get it out of position. Really good ball under pressure by Gronowski. That's why he's the Walter Payton Award winner. Missed tackle here. And next thing you know, they're in the red zone. I think he might have stepped out here. They didn't review it. We might look at it in the end zone view, see if we can get a look at it. But just a huge play. Huge play to swing the momentum. This is at a point in the game where nobody could grab the momentum. Nobody. One big play was going to swing the momentum in anybody's favor, but nobody could get a big play at all. And South Dakota State ended up being the team that got that big play on 3rd down. And oh man, it's painful to watch because, I felt like they did everything right, but just, didn't quite get it right in the moment. That, man, I can't tell. It definitely looks like this should have been looked at, but it looks like he might have just been in bounds. I don't know. It looks like the edge of that foot is out of bounds. I think it deserved another look, which is something that we didn't get from these refs on anything. Not on Eli's play, not on the Yankee Brothers close play, and not on this play. So they showed that they weren't really going to be reviewing stuff a lot, and it is what it is. First down in the red zone for South Dakota State. And I think, what's his name? I think Gronowski scores this play. Yep. Scramble by him. See, they're trying to run double ends, or these might be double slants, bang routes, I don't know, with the swing route up top, but leaving the running back in for protection. Nobody's open. Montana plays coverage, and they scramble, and he gets in the end zone, making it a 14-3 ball game. He took a pretty big shot here in the end zone, but good recognition by him. Nobody's there. He runs immediately. Great recognition by him. Juke route. A quick juke on the safety or the corner, and he took a big shot at the end zone, but he got in the end zone. Touchdown. And they got the field goal, making it a 14-3 ball game. Gosh. Okay. 14-3, South Dakota State. First and 10 for Montana from the 25-yard line. Fake the reverse to Xavier. They kind of got it out leveraged up here. This guy's really getting upfield. Good pull by Clifton, but the backside as well. Nobody touched this guy on the backside, so it's hard for us to get anything going. And at this point in the game, it's kind of where you can see things starting to go bad, but Montana is still heavily in this game. They still have a big opportunity to be able to, 6 minutes left in the third quarter, 14-3. This is a good ball game. Montana's still right there. Man, this hurts. This play right here is going to hurt. Anyway, you're going to get the swing around. No swing around, but you're going to get the pressure off the edge by this backer. Montana's running a route concept here. Man, and if he was able to get out, if he was able to actually get this off, he might have had Junior on the backside. I'm not sure what they're trying to run here on this side. Looks like an over. Oh, the double post over concept. So, man, this is something that we've seen so much this year, and they used somebody else to no. Actually, they still sent the running back out to the flats. He doesn't get to it, though, because of the pressure. This is very interesting because I just actually did a video breaking down this route concept, and this is a little different. I don't know if this tight end was supposed to run this. It looks like he's supposed to run this, which is interesting because, Clifton's rolling. Well, he had to roll out, so I don't know if he was supposed to roll out, but this is interesting to get the tight end open on this side of the field to run that wrinkle off of this play that we have seen all season long. The double post on the front side with the over coming from the backside, the running back with a flat in the flats. We get a grounding here. I don't know why Clifton would do this. He had this tight end. If you can get this ball to the tight end, you try to get this ball to the tight end. Anyway, it looks like he had Aaron or Junior potentially coming on the inside post. If he's able to get it out to him, you could flatten that ball out, potentially get it to him. But the wrinkle here is interesting from the tight end. That whip route right there. Anyway, Montana gets a grounding call, and they're going to back him up big time. That's going to make this drive much harder. 3rd and 22 now because of the loss of down as well. So 3rd and 22 for Montana, and I think they're in 10 personnel here. No tight ends on the field yet, 10 personnel. And they run this, looks like they run this tunnel screen down here. But, I mean, just look at the coverage here. 2-man underneath. Just man underneath. And they get nothing on this little swing route right there. Nothing. Really good defensive drive for South Dakota State. But also, Montana can't hurt themselves like that. You can't hurt yourselves like that. You can't shoot yourself in the foot. You cannot shoot yourself in the foot. You just cannot. It'll kill you. Almost look like they got a blocked punt here. We'll look at it from this angle, but it looks like they got pretty close. I honestly don't know how they didn't get the block there. Looks like there was guys all around him, but good for him for being able to get it off. Montana gets a friendly roll on the punt, and good job right there. First down from the 40 for South Dakota State, and this is when they're going to put the drive together. So this play right here, they're going to run this inside fade. That is something that we haven't seen really completed all year. Kudos to South Dakota State. They were able to complete a couple of them, and it led to them being able to win this game. But they throw this one, and if I'm being 100% honest, this was a catch. I don't know why they didn't review it. I don't know why the ref overturned it on the field, but personally, I feel like this was a catch. I was happy, obviously, in the moment that they overturned it because, I ultimately root for Montana, but this just speaks back to what I was talking about with the officiating, the lack of reviews, the lack of taking. This is a national championship game. Like, we should be taking second looks at everything. And obviously, like, I'm boiling over on this play, which was a play that ultimately benefited my team, but there were many other plays that they could have taken a second look at. I mean, it's hard to say because, Eli on his play, we all saw, if you're watching from home, you all saw that he obviously didn't get in. Would have been nice for them to even take a second look at it. This play, they didn't take a second look at. When Hines had ran out earlier in the game, they didn't take a second look at. I felt like there was a couple other that they could have looked at, but it just like the lack of want to from the refs to want to take a second look at some of these. But Yankee, I don't know which brother this is, but the Yankee bro is going to win early, and Mark Gronowski throws it early, which is what you have to do on these slot fades. Is you can't hold the ball. He wins, you throw it. Because they're running here, they're losing space, but these guys are also just playing catch up. He's running catch up, so you can't underthrow it. I mean, this is a really tough throw for quarterbacks. I know this is something that during my career at Montana, they struggled to throw. A lot of the quarterbacks struggled to throw it or just didn't want to throw it because it's a difficult throw. You don't want to underthrow it because if your guy wins, the DB is going to be trailing, playing catch up. So if you underthrow it, I mean, Montana threw one of these later in the game and it was underthrown and it hit the DB right in the back. That's the risk you run running something like this. But really good ball by him, really good catch by Yankee. They didn't overturn it. They didn't review it, and it got ruled incomplete on the field because TC did knock it out. But I think this guy survived. I think, like I tweeted that you got to survive the ground. But when you watch the replay, it really looks like he did survive the ground. I think what played a part into it is it might have moved here. TC might have moved it here which then gives you an argument for, you didn't survive the ground. Because if it moved in your hands right there, then, you did not survive the ground. But what makes it very interesting is like, given from this angle, you think, oh, this ref's looking right at it, but he can't really see what's going on with the ball in there. All he sees is the ball come out. He couldn't really see anything else going on. Plus, like, you look at the other ref, let's go to the end zone view. Look at the other ref that's in the area. He can't really see anything either. He's coming from distance. He can't really see. TC's on top. This ref can't really see what's going on. And this ref can't really see what's going on. Obviously, these refs on the other side can't really. So nobody really knows what's going on. Everybody just kind of sees the ball go out, and then they're like, "Oh yeah, that's incomplete." But in reality, it really wasn't incomplete. It was a catch, and they should have just taken a second look at it. I digress. It is what it is. It benefited Montana. I was happy in the moment. 2nd and 10 for South Dakota State. You're gonna get a RPO here with a fade on the outside. Montana's playing cover 3 as they have been. One thing I'll say is the reason I think they are playing cover 3 is so that they can keep an extra hat close to the box for the run game, because we know this South Dakota State team can run the ball very well. So being in that cover 3 lets you keep extra heads in the box, but you can be hurt in coverage if teams are able to run the right kind of route concept. So you got right here on 2nd and 10. They get a first down on that quick out. Good for them. Now you got a first down. Really good run here by Isaiah Davis. Really good run. Really blocked up really well by their line. Looks like an outside zone. Hits it up in there and run for like 20 yards. Let's watch these blocks in here. Some really good blocks in here. I mean, let's take a look at Gubb's jersey. This is crazy. I don't know how he hasn't got a holding call and his jersey looks like that. Make it make sense. Gubb's jersey looks like that and there's no holding call. That is what, I mean, it's whatever on that. Anyway, run it up inside. And just pretty good run by Isaiah Davis. Now you got a 1st and 10 for South Dakota State. They are in what looks to be 13 personnel. This might be an extra lineman, but it's 13 personnel, 1 running back, 1 receiver, 3 tight ends. That's a lineman wearing a tight end jersey. Anyway, outside zone looks like, or stretch, outside zone stretch type play. And he doesn't get much. He only gets like 2 or 3. Now you got a 2nd down. Tunnel screen over here, or quick screen here. You got the lineman going out, so we'll call it a tunnel screen. But really good play by Montana, really. Really good play by Garrett here to get his head down in there and make this tackle. Watch him down there. Recognize it. Go make the play. And who else is in there too? Who's the other guy in there? Is that Braxton? Yeah, goodbye Braxton. Goodbye Braxton and Garrett to make that play. I guess we got the end zone. We don't have to wait on the wide. But really good play by them. Now you got a third down, third and medium for South Dakota State. They're in 11 personnel. Motion the tight end over. They're going to run that slot fade again. Here it is right here. Man coverage. You know you're going to get it from Montana most likely on third down. They're going to bring pressure. They're going to, heat you up a lot of times. So you get that man coverage and he wins. You got to throw it now. He threw it now. He threw it early. You win. Ball in the air. Goodbye, Mark Gronowski. Really good catch by this Yankee brother. He won immediately. Good back shoulder fade. And it's a touchdown for South Dakota State. Really good play there. Really good ball. Really good ball. This was a really good drive by them. They put a drive together, got in the end zone. This was, kind of when things started to set in for Montana. 2 minutes left in the third quarter. They're actually going to fumble the snap here and miss this PAT, which I thought was interesting. Which I also thought was interesting was like, Trevin, so you knocked the ball out there. You don't pick it up. You're actively being tackled. You have Corbin, whose job literally is to watch for these. You're to get the block. Corbin's job literally is to wait. I mean, you can't. Oh my gosh. I love these guys so much, but sometimes, bruh. Oh, Trevin, damn it. Let Corbin pick this up. That is Corbin's job. This is literally why Corbin is there. Knocked ball out. Corbin is there and ready to scoop. And granted, I think this is only 1 or 2 points. I think they only get 1 point if they get this. But, I mean, every point matters. Let him pick this up and take to the house. Instead, look, Trevin notices. Trevin, you can tell Trevin recognized. Trevin tries to roll it back out there. Look, he goes to get it. Hold on, let me let it play. He goes to get it. And then he notices, Corbin must have said something. Trevin tries to roll it out there. It's not funny because ultimately my guys lost, so it hurts. But this is hilarious. I can't believe Trevin, first off, grabs it. Why are you grabbing it? You're on the ground. It's a 1-point play. And then he tries to roll it out there. And then their guy gets it. Good for them. But wow, that is funny. Oh, we got the end zone. Okay, here, let's watch the end zone. That is hilarious. Knocks it out. Look, Corbin's like, let me get it. Okay. Their guy was right there. Look, at Trevin knew it too. Trevin knew. He's like, damn it. Oh, well. 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go. I think Garrett might have been banged up right here on this kickoff return. I might be wrong. I know he got hurt on one of them. Anyway, Montana's in 0. Well, no, because they got a running back on the field. So I think this is 0-1. 0-1 personnel now. One of these guys looks like a running back. I think this is a running back. No, this is tight end. No, the running back's down there. There he is. Sniffed him out. So you got 11 personnel here, running back and a receiver formation. And man, this is another big play in the game. This D end here is going to win pretty quick on this rush. And Clifton's not going to see it coming, and it's going to be a sack fumble. Tough play. They picked it up too and ran a little bit down into red zone territory, but watch him here. Get around the edge. Good bend. Really good bend right there. Really good bend. And Clifton doesn't even see it coming. Let me see if he had anything on the front side. Routes wise. Running this spot. Probably had the spot here. He should have just hit the spot. Looks like he was waiting on Junior. Or maybe he was waiting on Aaron. I don't know who he was waiting on. I don't know if this is Aaron's route or if he just turned it into that. I think he's really got a post on this. Just because I really know what concept this is because I've ran it 50,000 times. But, man, this is a tough break. Really, really tough break. And they get down in the red zone territory. Really tough. False start, South Dakota State. Now you got a 1st and 15. And they get really nothing. 1st and 15. They try to run it in there. Try to run a counter. This looks like counter. No, there's no pullers. I don't know really what type of run this is, but trying to kick out on the backside. Ryder tried to make the play. Couldn't get down there, but really good by Braxton coming from the backside. Defeat the block and chase it down the line of scrimmage. Really good on 1st down. Now you got a 2nd down. Quick screen. Can see it. And they're really just trying to get numbers. You got 3 out, blocking out in front. And really it's about the guys pursuing to go make the tackle. And they do. They pursue him down, run him down, and get him on the ground. Really good play there. Now you got a 3rd down. 3rd down for South Dakota State. They try to hit the tight end here on a nod route. It's not there. The nod with the return route underneath. Might have had the return after he ran this nod with a more route on the outside and a fade on this side, or a stop route on this side as well. Covered well. And this nod route is covered well as well. Covered really well. He mails it over the top, and they end up kicking a field goal. Man, Montana was close here. I think Corbin slipped coming around. Corbin, if you watch Corbin coming around the edge here, he slips. Watch him. His foot kind of slips a little bit, and I think that stopped him from being able to lay out to get that block, man. I think he was very close to a block, and this would have been a touchdown if we block it and pick it up and score it. This is a touchdown, but I think Corbin is so close to a block here. Like he slipped right there. He slips right there, and I think that's what hampers him. I mean, wait. A little before that. The step before that, I think he slipped. No, it's that step. Right there. Oh! I mean, he's right there. He's really right there. If he lays out for that, that's a block. Maybe a touchdown. They kick it off to Montana, taking a 23-3 lead. I think this is where Garrett got hurt. Yeah, he got hurt right there. And they re-kicked it because there was a penalty of some sort. They put Eli back there. They were kicking away from Junior. And Eli did what he could do. Now you got a 1st down, 1st and 10 with 43 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. And this is just when the kind of sloppiness just started to show up. Muffed the handoff right here. Just fumbled it around. And that's your 1st down play. Now you got a 2nd down play. 20 seconds left before the end of the 3rd quarter. Hit the stop route to Aaron. Really good concept right there. Stop route up top. Really twitchy, man. Everybody's running stop routes. Really good route right there. And then the 4th quarter begins. You got a 3rd and 1 to start the 4th quarter. Osmo right up the middle. Pullers pulling around. Power for sure. And he gets the 1st down. A run of like 4 or 5 yards. OTB in here, looks like to me, or a slant. That looks like a slant to me. Yeah, so you got slant, arrow down here, slant, double slant up top as well. 3-step slant for Junior, 5-step slant for Aaron on the backside. But they get a face mask right there. They call a face mask right there. And it's a 1st down and then some for Montana. Good ball by Clifton though. Fitting that in there. Tight window, low ball, but good play. Good catch by Junior too. 1st down. You get this in route, box route with the corner up top. It's covered up well. They're running 3. Looks like cover 3 out here with a lot of coverage underneath. Curl flat, hooks in here, hit the spot route. Another just sloppy play right here. I don't know if this was Osmo or Clifton. It kind of seemed like Clifton short armed this a little bit, but you try to run this toss and it's just a little out front of Osmo, and it just ends up being another loss of yardage. More loss of yardage. Just tough from that aspect. Tough play right there. Tough play right there. Now you got a 3rd and 13 following that play. 3rd and 13. This is where I think he checked to the slot fade. Notice that man coverage early, which I thought was pretty good by Clifton, because obviously one can assume you see man here. One can assume that safety is going to be on this third receiver, but looking here, it looks too high. So good recognition by him to make the check pre-snap when he noticed that it might be man. You can tell he's been watching film, seeing stuff on film, but he checked the man route. Junior ran it. I don't think he won super cleanly, but I think if you put this over the top, you give him an opportunity. But the ball was a little short. I think, just like we talked about with South Dakota State, he wins, you got to throw it. And I don't think he's necessarily late. I just think the ball's a little short, and it didn't get there. Did not get there. Tough break. Really tough break in that point in the game. Do I think this could have been a penalty right here? Nah. I don't like a penalty right there. I do not like a penalty right there. Good play by Montana, though. Good play by South Dakota State. Tough break for Montana not to get that out there. Good recognition by Clifton to get the check in there, but incomplete pass. Now you got a 4th and 13. Montana has begun to go for it on 4th down with 13 minutes left in the game. They're going for it on 4th down, and let's see what they draw up. They called a false start on Chris. He was a little early. See right here, just a millisecond early, and the refs caught it. So now it's a 3rd and 18 or 4th and 18, and surprisingly enough, Montana is actually going to get it. So you got really like 3 high, 3 double cloud, but everybody's playing deep to the sticks. Cloud here, 3, 3, 3. 3 high coverages with these guys really playing underneath. But since this corner decides to carry upfield, you watch this corner, I guess it's because they went in and they didn't go up that he didn't carry it, but this guy carries it a little further upfield, and they get it to Osmo, and he gets the 1st down. Really good play. Good play on 4th down to convert. Late in the game, obviously, but good for them to convert. And it's a 1st down right there. Now you got a 1st down, 1st and 10. Right inside red zone territory or money zone territory. They try to run this. I like the play call because, Coach Pease is being Coach Pease, calling, not getting tight with his play calls, even though the game is out there. But this is just played really well by South Dakota State. He bobbles it a little bit, but I don't think that really affects him. I just think there's a lot of blue hats around here. Hustle. Watch this guy right here. I think that's Bach. That guy's a hustler. He hustles to the ball. All these guys do hustle to the ball. Watch number 2. Hustling. Everybody's hustling to the ball. It's just a well put together defense. If you like defensive football, I'm sure you like watching this defense because they fly around and they give 100% effort, just like Montana. But good play right there. Good play by South Dakota State. Now you got a 1st and 17 or 2nd and 17, and looks like Montana's running 3 verts. You got South Dakota State in what looks to be a cover 3. Man, you almost feel like if he keeps this more vertical to hold this safety, you can hit this seam to Junior. But, Aaron slips on this. Looks like they're running a stop route up top, and Aaron slips at the top. Tough break. Tough Tough. Tough. It was open too. He had it. Probably would have been a first down too. Maybe he could have even hit Keelan on this under too and got the first down, but that's tough. That's tough. I know that Frisco grass isn't always the best. I've seen years where it's been kind of rough. That's what happens when you play on grass. Sometimes you slip. Now we got a third down. I guess that was second down. We got third down now. Third and long here. And it's a sack. Let's see what he's looking at downfield. Stop routes on the outside, just like last time. But they got guys getting deep underneath coverage down here. Looks like quarters here. Looks like this guy's playing on the running back. That's why he's coming down. But, man, kind of looks like maybe this was here. I don't know. You'd have to put the ball in there on a line. But it looks like you had something here for sure. Wow. Anyway, the pressure got to him. He got a sack. I'm pretty sure they ran a game here up front by, South Dakota State. They looped this end all the way around. These guys are slanting this way, looping all the way around, and he ends up getting the pressure combined with this guy right here winning. Really good play for them. Good for them, man. You got a fourth down here. And nothing really is open downfield. They're just dropping everybody as they should. Looks like quarters keeping everything in front of them. And nobody really pops open. So you take what you can and turn the ball over on downs. So now you got 11 minutes left in the game. We're only going to watch like 2 more drives here. But I think we all know where this is headed to. Outside zone here by South Dakota State. Really good run by Isaiah Davis. I mean, just more of what we've seen, his patience. Looks like outside zone. He's patiently waiting for a window to open up. When it does, he hits it. And you see the burst. You see the strength. I just think he's a really good running back. I really have a lot of respect for this guy. I think he's a really good running back. I think he's going to have a good NFL career as well. Great run. Really good run. Now you got another first down. 13 personnel, or what would that be? 22 personnel. Another pretty good run on first down for like 6. Let's watch it here. Man, this is tough. It's tough. Just physically, they kind of beat us up towards the end of the game. We see it here. First down run for about 5 or 6. Now you got second down. Nothing on second down from Gronowski. They tried to do this quarterback run, getting the running back in there, blocking for him, but it's not really much of anything. Good by Montana. Now you got a third down, third and short. Batted down, almost intercepted by Noose. We'll go to this angle since nothing really on the routes. Unless, what were the routes? Stop on the outside. OTB here. OTB and a hitch on the outside with a slot fade and a hitch on the outside. But Grizz are really playing coverage. Got cover 3 here. Yeah. There we go. Look, the cameraman was lost. They don't even get to see Noose potentially get the interception, but one of their linemen had a good PBU on that, and Montana ended up not getting the interception. Now you got a first down for Montana. And just a little bit more sloppiness. Just a really easy catch. And we can't bring it in. It's tough. Curl concept down here. Curl concept up top. OTB, horizontal stretch, flat, arrow, and then the curl coming behind it. But got to make this. tough break. And I think that's why, I spoke about how I think one thing that played big for South Dakota State against Montana is the fact that South Dakota State has been here the last few years playing for national championships, playing in the semis. Montana, this is their first year. Montana hasn't been here since 2009. None of these guys had ever played in a game of this magnitude. I think late in the game, it started when things a little bit started to get out of hand and the momentum had kind of swung, I think it kind of started to affect the psyche of the Montana players. I believe that going forward in the future, Montana will be ready for this, and they'll be better prepared for big moments like this. Even though we've seen them playing tons of big moments, they hadn't played for a natty, and I think that means something. You just notice some things sloppy late in the game that we hadn't seen all season from Montana. Now you got a second down. Well, actually, in the breakdown after this offensive drive, because I don't think there's much more that we need to see from this game. But first down, second down, actually. Nothing. Now you got a third down. Nothing. Thought that could have been. He wasn't offsides. Anyway. They're just playing man now. One high, man right here. Looks like they're kind of trying to cat, but the running back comes out, so I think it's all off after that. But man, if you had an inside breaking route here off the cat blitz, that looks pretty open. Anyway, there's nothing open. Clifton's going to scramble. He gets the first down, though. I really think Clifton, if that leg really was hurt, that's something that definitely, hampered his abilities, which sucks because we've seen him use his legs all year, and in the biggest game of the year for him not to be able to use them sucks. Another drop right here by Osmo. I think at this point in the game, a lot of guys had started to check out. Just kind of things started to set in for them that, maybe we're not going to win a national championship, which sucks. But you could just see it in the play. Just a drop pass. Now, I don't know if the sun was in his eyes right here, but it looks like kind of a high pass coming in kind of fast. He tries to look up to the coverage too fast. He's looking up, not looking at the ball. Happens all the time, but it's just a combination of all these things that happened. Just drop passes, all these things that happen, and just doesn't look great, man. It's tough. It's tough. So now we got a second down. Second down for Montana. Curl concept up top, swing, deep curl down here by Aaron with a bender seam down here, almost intercepted. I can see what Clifton is trying to do. He's trying to fit it in there, but these guys are just dropping so deep, and this guy's pushing out, trying to cover the flats. But honestly, seems like the swing route here is really the answer. But he had his eyes decided on something deep, threw it deep. Didn't have it though. Good thing it wasn't intercepted though. I understand. Now you got 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter. 3rd and 10 for Montana. Another curl concept again. They're playing man though, so these curls are going to be much harder out of man coverage than they are in zone. As you can see right here, it's hard to create separation in man. He tries to hit Aaron. Aaron's getting grabbed a lot up here at the top. But as we saw the whole game, the refs were not going to save us. I really like the release here by Aaron. I think this might be a backup corner. I don't know. That might be number 5. I think they still have their starters in. That is number 5. But just nothing there. Nothing doing there. Nothing. He tries to scan the field for everybody, but can't get it. Now you got a 4th down, 4th and 10 for Montana, and they're going to punt. So that cycle went on a couple more times. SDSU got the ball. They didn't do anything. They punted it. Montana got the ball. Didn't do anything. Punted it. Then we put our backups in for like the last minute of the game and ended up getting out of there. But man, what a season it has been. Montana has been, they've seen it all. They've been through it all this year. I think this is the healthiest season Montana has had in a long time, so I was happy to see that. I wish I would have seen these guys get a national championship, but, you know, that South Dakota State team, to be the champ, you got to beat the champ, and that South Dakota State team was formidable. They made mistakes, but they were steadfast in knowing that, you know, what they were going to do and what they were capable of, and when Montana had their opportunities, they did not capitalize. And as much as it hurts me to say, that ended up being the difference in the game. You know, a couple turnovers for yourself. You get turnovers, but you don't capitalize on them. And then, you know, little tic-tacky things here that you can point to. Not getting a catch here, not breaking a tackle there, not getting in the end zone there. There's many things that you can look back on a game that end up causing you a game. As we saw just now, we just went through all of it. But I think this team can get back there next year. I think Montana can get back there next year. I think it'll take the right mindset. They'll have to have the right mindset. They'll have to be dedicated. They'll have to be steadfast in what they want to do. But I think Montana can make it back. Congratulations to South Dakota State Jackrabbits, back-to-back national championships, one of the best FCS teams that we've seen in modern history. Congrats to them. They had a great season. They have a great team. Mark Gronowski's great. Isaiah Davis is great. That defense deserves praise. That defense is amazing. Good job to them. Congrats to them. I hope it's everything you guys wanted it to be. Congrats to Coach Rogers and all their staff and everything. That is going to conclude my breakdown for the South Dakota State Montana game. I appreciate you guys for tapping into my channel. Continue to tap in. If you guys are not subscribed, subscribe right now. Like this video, leave me a comment. I appreciate you guys for tapping in, and I'll catch you guys next time. Go Grizz.